Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to start a new series that I'm calling the TOEFL FAQ series, or Frequently Asked Questions. In each of these videos, I'm going to answer a question that a student has sent me. In today's video, the question is, how do the reading and listening timers work? This is actually a very good question because ETS isn't very clear about this, and some of their practice tests have inaccurate timers. So let's get started by talking about the reading section. Now, the timer in the reading section is actually very easy to understand. Basically, you might get 3 articles and 54 minutes to read them and answer all the questions. The timer is very straightforward. It starts when you get the first article on the screen, and it just continues all the way to the last question in the last article. It never stops. The only complication is, well, you might get the long reading section, in which case you'll get 4 articles and 72 minutes. But the timer functions in the same way. It just goes from the beginning to the end. You can't stop it, and it never stops on its own. You can use your time however you want. Now, the listening section is a lot more complicated. First up, you might get 1 long listening set plus 1 short listening set. Now, the long listening set has 2 lectures and 1 conversation, and you're given 10 minutes to answer all the questions. The short listening set has 1 lecture and 1 conversation, and you're given 6.5 minutes to answer all the questions. Now, the thing to keep in mind is that each set has a separate timer. So, you're given 10 minutes for the long set, but then when you start the short set, you get a new timer, which says 6.5 minutes. Now, the timer only counts down when you're answering questions. It doesn't count down when you're listening to stuff. Now, of course, if you get the extended listening section, you get 1 long set plus 2 short sets. And each of them has a separate timer. So as soon as you finish the long set, well, then the short set begins, and you have a fresh timer with 6.5 minutes to go. Now, keep in mind that the order is random, right? You could start with a long set and then get a short set, or it could be the reverse. And that's how the listening timer works. Now, I should mention one potential complication. When the new TOEFL was introduced, a few students got 7 minutes for the short set. I don't know why. It had the same number of questions. It had the same difficulty. They just got a little bit of extra time for the short set. If that happens to you, don't be surprised. All right, that is my first TOEFL FAQ. Thanks for watching. If there are any questions that you want answered, just leave a comment down below and I'll add them to the list of upcoming videos. All right, I'll talk to you later, guys. Take care.